Tonight's episode is wild. We've got raw debates on immigration, weed, and politics, but it doesn't stop there. And Coulter goes full mask off with a racist rant and even, yes, seriously, tries to shoot her shot at Richard Taite. Buckle up, it gets messy fast.
I said he was a great lesbian. Lesbian, what about Dan Savage, in the years you've been writing a sex advice column, have people's problems changed much?
No. Thanks to abstinence education, I have a non-stop supply of sexually miseducated idiots who are getting themselves in trouble for genitals.
And how can Donald Trump win the election after alienating Hispanics, a key demographic, and women? Let's be honest. He's
Hispanics love him. Didn't you see the taco bowl? That was fantastic.
I love Hispanics.
I don't think this is funny because Donald Trump's campaign began with a big lie about the people who are coming here legally or illegally, accusing them of Mexico of sending their rapists, sending their murderers. Some of them may be nice people, but... And that's just a big demagogic lie that was like a shot of adrenaline right into the worst of our body politic. It just inflamed...
What do you mean it's a lie? You're claiming illegal aliens don't commit murders and rapes?
That isn't what he was saying.
At no higher rate, at a lesser rate. It's a demagogic lie because you're likelier to be raped in this country per capita by people who are born in this country who are citizens of this country.
First of all, it's not true, but second of all, even
you're not entitled...
Still talking here. Even if it were true, these aren't people we have to have here. We already have our own rapists and murderers. We don't need to be bringing in more.
So you're saying that they are rapists and murderers? So is that what you're saying?
But to point to a small, to a racial minority, a marginalized community, vulnerable people, and accuse them of being the rapists.
He didn't. He accused Mexico of not sending their best people, and they're not sending their best people.
We need a
they're not
demagogic
sending
lie.
anyone. That's a lie to begin with.
Absolutely not true. That is not true.
Really, the Mexican...
So Donald Trump wants to build a wall to protect us from the people who aren't raping us.
He just said something that wasn't true. They were handing out first aid kits and maps for how to get to America. The Mexican government to the poorest areas in Mexico, and we found them and we had them. Yes, they are not sending their neuroscientists.
We need more.
They're getting rid of their problems by sending them
immigrants,
here.
not fewer.
Well, that's because you guys want your gardening done.
No, you know what? I cut my own grass.
I cut my own grass. But I want
the last time you pushed the lawnmower?
Competing with
legalizing
me and you. And those of us at this table and not competing with our landscapers and maids.
And you know
that's
what?
who's coming in.
People who are here and are not documented
and that's why he's going to get
not paid the same thing that people
Richard
are documented.
Tate, is
so you're
marijuana
lying.
a gateway drug? I hope so, because I need some right now.
No, it's not. Let me just tell you, I get about 5 to 10 people a year calling me to get their kids or their loved ones off marijuana. I get
out of how many?
Well, I get 90 a day.
So 5 or 10 a year.
Yeah,
for pot.
but I get 90 a day for prescription opiates, which gives you the balance.
Yes, and this has been a canard for decades.
But I will say, and you're probably not going to be happy about this, okay? You know, we keep getting better as a society, and the science shows now that your brain stops developing between the ages of 23 and 25. So if that's true, I'd like to see a 25-year-old age limit.
For pot?
Yeah.
Most doctors do.
I'm not invited back.
Yeah. No, I'm always for the truth first and facts first. I never heard that one. I'm glad I started late. I wasn't 25, but I was 19. That's a lot. I mean, that's not 12.
I was 12.
You were 12 when you started.
Oh, my gosh.
I was 36 the first time I smoked pot.
See, you're good.
How did you start at 12?
I took it from my father.
Oh my God, it's like the
You
ad.
two should...
I learned it from...
I did. I took it from my dad.
You should hook up.
Wow. Yeah. He can teach you to cry about it.
No,
anyway...
I've cried about it in therapy.
Nick, will you welcome longtime Republicans like Mary Matlin to your party?
Well, it's not my party. I'm not a member of the Libertarian Party, but the Republican
you're not?
strategist, said no.
You're so
I'm
libertarian, you wouldn't even
yes.
join the Libertarian Party.
I would not have.
That's
a member of any party.
That's really
I
libertarian.
think it's great. What she said actually
He's in the
was,
fuck y'all party.
But she said that's the party that expresses what I think the government should do, which is, a kind of basic social safety net and defense, and that's about it. And I think more Republicans, the ones who say that they're for limited government, they really are full of shit for the most part.
Okay.
That was a lot, but honestly, it felt kind of real, messy, uncomfortable, full of half-interrupted thoughts and raw opinions that people usually only say at 2 a.m. when they think no one's really listening. We heard from people frustrated with misinformation, from those trying to hold on to nuance in a world that mostly just wants hot takes and clickbait. There was truth in there. There was pain. And yeah, there were moments that made us laugh and then immediately question why we did. There's a reason conversations like this feel tense. We're not just arguing about politics. We're arguing about identity, safety, who gets heard, who gets blamed, and who gets left behind. And when that happens, things get heated. They should. But here's the thing. If we only listen to respond and not to understand, we're just running in circles. Yelling louder doesn't make your point more right. It just makes it harder for anyone else to talk. So if nothing else, let this be a reminder. Keep showing up, keep questioning, keep calling out the lies, but also leave some space. Not every disagreement has to be a war. Sometimes it's just people trying to figure out how to live on the same planet without losing their minds. Thanks for sticking through it.